All right, so 2 cards going on the bottom for Dave Kaplan, and we are underway Volcanic Island into Delver. Wasteland pass. Delver trigger on the stack. No flip. Attacking for 1. Misty Rainforest pass. Tabernacle. That's a good one. The Tabernacle at Pendrell Vale. I remember being a kid back in the 90s, and everyone in the school lunch table Magic games had tabernacles back in the day. We didn't even know what Legendary did, so we had like 5 tabernacles on the table at once, and everybody was paying 5 mana. That was just normal back then. MTG Banding says, wow, great card from the new set. Yeah, Tabernacles are going to be in packs of Dominaria United, I've heard.
Draw. 17, 16.
All right, attacking for 3, putting... well, Jeff now down to 16. Basic island. Can't be wasted. So I think the first legendary rule was if I play a legend, then your legend dies, right? The same legend. Then it became they both die. Then it became we both can have the same legend, but the legendary rule applies for ourselves. Is that right, everybody? Someone correct me if I'm wrong.
Want to kill it?
Legendary rule has changed a few times over the years.
Sorry, we're just starting.
Poing says, I thought the first was if one legend was on the field, no player could play another. You might be right on that. That actually might be the first one. Maybe I had the first one wrong. Shadow Spear on the stack off of Yavimaya, which will allow the Tabernacle to tap for mana as well. All right, Shadow Spear will stick. Attacking for 3 now with Insectile Aberration, which... sticking around for now. Here's Volcanic Island into DRC. So Kaplan able to put together an offense here, despite Tabernacle. There's a crop rotation in hand, though, for Jeff, which I'm worried about. Where are the games being recorded? Game Storia in New York City has a weekly Monday night legacy and a monthly competitive tournament on a weekend. This is the competitive tournament we're watching right now. Attacking for 4 now. Passing the turn, paying for both creatures with the Tabernacle triggers. Here's Blast Zone. Oof. Ouch. We're seeing on display here how the lands deck is usually so favored against Delver. Every one of these lands we see so far, well, not every one, but the collective efforts of the lands we see on Jeff's battlefield are doing a tremendous amount of damage to Dave's game plan. Attacking for 3. Let's see if Blast Zone gets popped. Shadow Spear goes down as well. Looks like an expiration for Jeff here. Tapping Tabernacle for green mana. Because of Yavimaya, that is allowed. Force pitching Force on expiration. So crop rotation a little bit safer now if Jeff wants to use it. Knowing that two forces actually are removed from the equation. Volcanic Island, Bolt You in response to the Wasteland. Sylvan Library is a good one. There's Brainstorm. What's the game plan if you're Dave Kaplan right now? The game plan is to try to get a Murktide on the board or another creature that can swing twice and get there before even more defenses can get online for Jeff. So this is urgent. With the crop rotation in hand, we could see Mazavith. We could see, I'm just talking about potential cards, Glacial Chasm. Potentially, we see a Dark Depths in hand for Jeff. Dark Depths plus Thespian Stage. If you're interested in deck lists, by the way, they are posted in our Discord in the deck lists channel. Links down below for our Discord. So that's where to go for that. Here's another expiration. Looks like it's going to resolve. It's bad news for Dave, who's running out of time. Dark Depths and Saga looks like they're dropped on the table. Yep. Passing the turn. Kaplan draws, fetching. Going down to 17.
Go ahead. Library. Trigger. Those just games when it makes cast Mother of Rhymes. I know it breaks the game. And I'm going to cast it really.
Got a Volcanic. Here's Murktide Regent. Just in case, so nobody gets any bad information here. Tabernacles are not back in print, but Legends cards like Tabernacle will be appearing in collector boosters of Dominaria United. I don't want anybody thinking that I'm giving out bad information. Here's Thespian Stage being found off of the crop rotation, and it's targeting Dark Depths immediately to create a Marit Lage. Marit Lage will be able to be blocked by this Murktide at least once.
We were going to play one more. Sure. Here's my quarter.
Jeff with some dedication here, finding the Marit Lage token. Interesting choice of a Marit Lage token. That is not a Wizards of the Coast printing, but it is very nice. All right, explaining that Its tabernacle does not kill indestructible creatures. It's not sacrifice, it destroys.
Are they all like sold out now? But I'm going to.
Yes, Moist, you would have to buy collector boosters. And if anybody watching is planning to buy collector boosters, use our TCG Player affiliate link down below to make your purchase and support the channel. Good deal. All right, another Dark Depths comes down. Saga is on 2. Suiciniv, thanks for the follow. Welcome. Kaplan is in trouble here in game 1. Mystic Sanctuary tapped and pass. Making a construct on end step is Jeff. There's a construct, but it is not the correct construct token.
I don't know how you want to roll. Rolling back or...
Okay, so the players decide that the tabernacle trigger on construct was missed. Interesting. Saga trigger happening here. Okay, maybe a little bit of maybe some missed opportunities here for Jeff. Maybe forgot to make mana or make a construct. All right, puts a map into play, then sacks it immediately. Okay, did make a mana with the construct, with the Saga rather. Finds a wasteland. Waste on volcanic.
Go to 6. Go to comment. Okay, I can keep this. I'm going to bottom.
Color screening.
Petty theft targeting Marilage. Resolves. Beautiful adventure token. Mishra's Bauble. Bauble you. Can't quite see it. Pass the turn, drawn upkeep. Sylvan Library. Looks like just drawing one card. Plays a Thespian stage, which is pretty good. Passing the turn. End step, make a Marilage, looks like is the game plan.
Now, we can actually roll out.
Go keep same thing.
All right. Dave Kaplan scoops it up. We're going to game 2. Game 1 goes to Jeff. All right, players shuffling up here for game 2. Steam Vents untapped. Delver. That's what I thought, MTG banding. I think the trigger rules are now a bit different, where if you miss your own tabernacle trigger, you can pay for it after draw step, but I'm not even 100% sure, to be honest. Things like that, I don't really understand how they work. Like, you can look at what card you drew, then decide if your tabernacle gets paid in a high-stakes situation. It doesn't really make sense to me. Like, couldn't you, in theory, like, pretend you forgot your tabernacle trigger, draw a card, then decide? I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea how that works. Force of Will on the Mox Diamond. And attacking with Delver is where we are. Has to be a judge warning, though, right? Yeah, I would think so, but I honestly don't know. If it was determined that you intentionally miss your trigger, then you'd get DQ'd for cheating. But how would they determine that? I guess it's very situational.
Say your name as you do it. Yeah. Yeah.
Aquinas pointing out, if the judge believes you knew about the trigger and skipped it on purpose, that could qualify as cheating and an automatic DQ.
What a trash
I guess I feel skeptical. Maybe I'm wrong on this, I don't know, but I feel skeptical that it will be determined that it will be on purpose or not on purpose. And for that to be correct. Don't miss your tabernacle triggers, people. Just remember your tabernacle triggers, please. Come on, people. If you learned anything from today's live stream, just remember your damn tabernacle triggers, please. It's not that hard.
Roasted rolling.
Ponder Surveil here for Kaplan, trying to fill up the graveyard. Just a sheltered thicket on the board for Jeff so far. So a pretty filled up graveyard now. Bobble you. Couldn't tell what that was. Looks like there's a Maze of Ith in hand though for Jeff. So that'll be used at some point. Looks like a Mox Diamond was drawn for turn, if I'm not mistaken.
Sure.
Great question from Richard in Pizza. Is it valid to put a tapped land under my creature so it's like paid for by Tabernacle? Is that legal?
A 1/2 with flying for 3 mana is good. Old creatures. Even if your area had no other on rate.
Queena says, if you guys want to learn about cheating investigations, there are tons of videos on YouTube from judge conferences where judges role play and walk through. Aquinas, that sounds so boring. That sounds so boring.
That was a little sadistic. I think I could have.
I don't want to watch that. I can't watch a judge conference. I'm sorry. Someone watch the judge conference and then explain to me what happened. Who has time for this?
I'll do this on top. Probably.
All right, second the bobble.
Someone's encroaching on my play space. You know, I have this card. You're scary. I didn't realize it was signed for like 20 years.
Huh? That's amazing. Is that there?
Oh, wow.
I'll try this.
It's a nice.
All right, now everybody wants to watch judge videos. Good luck. I'm just trying to make people laugh. I'm totally kidding. But it does sound boring. Sounds boring.
Step it'll go in.
Just a little upside on top.
Just tell me what the rules are. I don't want to watch a video. All right. Life in the Loam returns Wasteland and Stage to hand.
Until my next turn. This?
Bolt Shoe trigger on Cervelle. So the squeeze is on. The prison effects of the lands deck are starting to fall into place here for Jeff. We have Wasteland and... Oh, here's a Wasteland for Kaplan, removing the Mazavith. Getting in an attack. Well, I was going to say that Loam now, with returning Wasteland and Stage to hand, potentially creating a second maze, and it's slowly falling into place. Dave Kaplan running out of time. Has to hurry up and win. Dredge, I think, hit expiration. A card I can't tell. Maybe Bajuka Bog and Taiga.
Sure. Not fair.
So Bajuka Bog, Mazavith, Taiga return with Loam now. Only one land drop for Jeff. Let's see if Dave can slip in these last 10 points of damage before the completely locked out of the game by Wastelands and Mazes. Maze used on the DRC there. And here's Meltdown, Surveil trigger.
I'm going to play an Ancient Den.
Leaves it on top. Meltdown blows up the Mox Diamond. That'll slow things down just a little bit. Thinking about dredging here. Goes with a regular draw. Drew another Wasteland. Wasteland on the open Volk. Doesn't get to use it. Brainstorm Surveil trigger. Red Blast on the Brainstorm. Mystic Sanctuary tapped. Regular draw for Jeff. Wasteland on the Volk. So Dave Kaplan unable to make an attack. Running out of mana. Bajuka Bog will be pretty good here. Oh, a third Wasteland. I didn't see that third one.
He also found his first two maps.
Eladamri says missed to Surveil trigger on the countered Brainstorm. I missed that. I'm not sure. It's possible it was missed.
Sure.
Surgical happening here. Let's see what Surgical is targeting.
I will go to answer.
I'm going to counter
Trigger. Sure. Yeah, trigger happens.
Sorry for being presumptuous.
It's a Brazen Borrower into the graveyard.
Targeting Loam, right? Yes.
Surgical is on Loam. Jeff clarifying. Thinking about a response. Jeff allows it, so Loam is out.
No game action.
We're kind of on time. Hey, Kevin.
I'll just double check it and see if what happens.
It's kind of been consistent. Just slow play.
So Dave Kaplan pointing out here that there was some thinking in response to surgical extraction, but Jeff has no spells or abilities that can be used. And they are low on time on the clock here in game 2. If we have any judges watching, I'm curious what they think. They're speaking to the judge now at the next table. Looks like they're going to move forward.
Do you want me to shuffle?
Yeah, there were no cards in hand with any relevant abilities to activate in response to surgical. I'm gonna look at your hand a different way.
I'm gonna scoop.
At least that's the argument. Punishing fire on DRC.
Percent to win that I want to show you my spicy side of it.
There's a Horizon Canopy.
Colors control.
Sacking to draw a card. No permanence on the board here for Dave in game 2. Crucible of Worlds. Force a negation, pitching Ponder on Crucible. I think this is the most Crucible of Worlds we've seen on one stream. I've seen that card a lot today. Here's Urza's Saga coming down. There's a Blast Zone on the table. Thespian Stage is now copying Saga. Yeah, so a copy of Urza's Saga will get its first counter. That was done correctly. Here's another Urza's Saga. Passing the turn. Appears that Kaplan is completely out of options at this point. Here's a Construct. Being created on end step. Creating a Construct with the Saga trigger on the stack. And now we'll search. Expedition map. Plays a Taiga and attacks for 3? Wait. Okay. So creating a Construct to make this an attack for 4 with 1 Construct. The other one is Summoning Sick.
Yeah, sure.
Man attack.
So
I don't even know if I would tell you.
Kaplan now down to 11.
Yeah, no, because you surgical.
Saga. Spirit of the Land.
Island Ponder for Dave. So found a land. But at this point, it looks like the game is won for lands, but we're just going through the motions here. Yeah, so based on the standings, Jeff Zhao needs at least a tie to be guaranteed for top 8, and Dave Kaplan needs a win to be guaranteed for top 8. This is the final round of Swiss. So a Submerge hits one of the constructs. Draw trigger. Draw step trigger now on the stack for both sagas. Thespian Stage is also an Urza Saga, in case anybody missed that. So creating a construct with both is Jeff. And there they are.
I don't know the new rules, so I'm sorry about that. I don't know the
Hey, Kevin, can you let us know what happens with a Thespian Stage Urza Saga when it goes to 3?
When it goes to 3,
Yeah.
it triggers.
Does it die?
Do you need the cards?
It should die as a
Okay, so another judge question here. What happens to a Thespian Stage with 3 counters on it? And now that they're discussing it, I'm not clear if Thespian Stage made a copy of something else, or if it's being activated to create a construct. I thought I heard Jeff say create a construct, but maybe that was... Maybe the players are resolving. I mean, not on the same page as far as how this is resolving.
One or zero?
If you copy something else with Thespian Stage that's a copy of Urza's Saga, it will stay on the board, is my understanding.
I saw your, I think based on your reaction, I think it was supposed to be at 0, so I put it back to 1.
Well, if we missed it, it's probably too late, right?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
I put it back, I 100% put it back to 1.
Yeah, we saw on the replay here that Jeff did correct the Thespian Stage and put it to 1 rather than 2 on its first turn, triggering after Jeff's draw step after making it a copy on Dave's end step. So it looks like this stage has created a construct, and they're going to now search for Shadow Spear. And that's it. There's nothing else left, I guess. There is some laughing going on in the background, and that is not allowed at a serious competitive REL Magic tournament. There were some people in the room playing board games, which is casual play, and they were laughing, so whatever.
Sorry, I'm back. I'm back in going back to
Okay, so the players appear to have fun, and Lands wins the match. Good job, Jeff.